along with the Olaf. So things are just very, very, very
Wobble combo. So we'll see if they can force KT into some fight. It's just a play, and now he's going to be very far up the lane here, as Doran is going to get really way too far, but the response here from Chovy, trying to turn this one around. Bono making his way up to make it a 3-on-3. Probably going to get another plate here, actually, on top of it. So it's going to be a full 162 aiming, who is getting quite stacked with his CS and the amount of plates that he has. But DRX, they're really making a big case here to try to fight around this Infernal, try to take it away from the Olaf comp, who usually is going to have a little bit of an advantage. Keria, though, is pretty low. Here's going to be the engage coming in from KT. The TP comes in as Namatewi actually goes down here. The front line gets flat ultimated, but that's about it, as now the knockup is going to come down onto Soan, and no one dies.
Yeah, I mean, DRX managed to make them retreat, though, from the Dragon, which in itself is a pretty big victory. This is going to buy them a lot of time, as well as give them a little bit of amp for some of their champions. Obviously, Galio, not the biggest.
Coming in from KT, everybody moving to the bottom side, including Olaf, so they're just going to give Shirley away here, which, at the end of the day, isn't the biggest deal. Of course, Shirley usually just gets turret damage and maybe doesn't even get. Okay, they're not even actually okay. They're going to TP in here. This is kind of interesting, the position from Kuro. Trying to lock down Pyosik. The kick comes in, and he's trying to use that blasting plant. A really nice play to just maneuver himself over to the blasting plant and get over the wall. What about some of that?
Honestly, not a big fan. I'll tell you what I'm a fan of after this.
Well, I thought you were going to say Lee Sin dying, but it's not going to happen. So you're not going to get your wish today, LS, aka Lee Sin. He is going to survive. And it was just like a little mini skirmish before this Ocean Drake. And you can see that with Shirley available here for DRX. They're trying to pressure them back in the mid lane. Here comes that Ghost back in, but it's only going to hit Galio, which does absolutely nothing. Charge will go down. But again, just a little bit of turret damage. Still just posturing here before this Ocean Drake. And nobody has died. Okay, maybe here going in now is Keria. He gets extremely low, but starts off the fight, and finally, Pyosik is going to go down. We will have our first kill. Chovy not able to do anything. That's a double, and a huge hook comes in from Tucson, and they're trying to lay down onto depth here and pick up another one. That is 3 in a row now, as KT did go extremely far underneath that turret, but they're actually going to pick up another kill as Doran sticks around and Keria TP's in for no reason. Aphelios, as Doran is angry. We've seen this before. They're going to try to punish Soan here, and I think they should. Okay, the stopwatch. He's got Zonya's, but it's not going to be enough. 2-on-1. He's not going to feel too good against the Aphelios, as now they're really trying to make a couple of moves here, actually. They're going to get on top of Deft, who is dead. And here comes the other move, trying to lock down Doran. It's going to be a huge amount of sniper damage coming in from aiming, but
yeah,
that's about it.
At 30 minutes, and with Galio being stuck on items, Lee Sin not really achieving anything.
Okay, we've got a lot of lights coming from the sky. That's a really nice setup here by Keria, but where's the damage? Where's the range? Aiming, look at him in the back. He has so much room. There's no way for DRX to get on in there. They already used all of their backline dive and their engage. And now this is going to be a total rout here by the side of KT. That is 3 kills. You can see that Keria is just going to go home, and KT are just demolishing DRX here in this first game.
Well, DRX, I mean, they can try to hang on for dear life.
Okay, well, Kuro
might go down here. Yeah.
He flashes for some reason. I don't know why you would flash there. Maybe trying to buy a little bit more time, but they were already going to get the inhibitors, so.
Get the Dragon. There's no possible way for you to lose the team. Okay, the game is...
Yeah.
Everyone is immortal right now.
Yeah. Okay, they're going to kick in Pyosik. Or rather, Pyosik is going to kick him in. Tucson is easily going to be able to just stopwatch it, and everybody on the side of DRX is just running away. Doran trying to engage on the back line, but He's immediately going to have to flash away from that one. The wild card's not going to do the job, but the axe
Whoa,
will.
fail flash, yeah.
And aiming is just, I mean, he's a monster right now. At least Piosik is going to be able to dodge the Moonlight Vigil. And that's going to be game one. Very straightforward. There wasn't a lot of action in this one. You can see that KT just going to zone him out. And Doran and the rest of the team, they're going to throw up the thumbs up. And KT will easily be able to stroll around to a victory here up against our #1 team in the LCK.
And it's just such an eerie victory, is ultimately what it is. It's a massive upset to start this series off. And if DRX gets 2-0'd,
choice, but they weren't able to, you know, make any of their positives of their comp work.
Welcome to the post-game analysis of Game 1 between KT Rollster and DRX. It's the grudge match between the two, since KT Rollster handed a big L to DRX. We're joined by Subin, Vitor, and Lira. The KT Rollster was the only one who handed the sole loss to DRX in round 1. What has changed from the previous series in terms of the drive? Rather than new champions rising up to the surface due to the change of the patch version, but seem more conventional, DRX opened up TF once again, which is having almost a near 100% of pick ban rate, and they try to cover it with Galio. However, DRX wasn't able to apply enough pressure to the outlier pick, which was KT's Vlad. And KT was able to just propagate the snowball from the get-go. And KT chose the solution by picking Vladimir into Camille. However, DRX wasn't able to penetrate the top lane to punish Vladimir. Galio doesn't have the sufficient firepower to support Camille to kill Vladimir. And therefore, Vlad was able to counter all 3 champions from DRX, which were Camille, Lee Sin, and Galio. The first blood came very late today. Seems like we have to check out what were the setups prior to that first blood. Once again, we were able to encounter that having the tempo at the mid lane is very crucial for a team to gain advantage. They check whether there's vision ward present at the backside of their jungle. And they try to go for an engage initially, followed by prepping for the dragon. So KT started off the combat, which didn't lead to the kills, but they were able to set things up for the potential dragon. And here once again, the ultimates of Aphelios, Nautilus, and Galio all exchanged. So initially thought that DRX was going to come out on top of this team fight. However, the Vlad's sheer firepower completely changed the whole landscape of this team fight. And when Vladimir joins the team fight slightly later, then Vlad can just dominate the team fight and also able to showcase his sheer firepower. So using the dragon as the bait, also along with the vision placement and vision disposal from the supporters, KT was able to gain advantage through that team fight. And the following team fight allowed KT to secure both Dragon and Nasher. Once again, KT possessed the tempo and control of both mid lanes and the Dragon. So considering where will be one of the spots that the opposition will go for will be TF. Therefore, Aphelios and Nautilus immediately rotated to the top to support TF. Also, Vlad had Ghost. So I think DRX looked for an opportunity where they can fight 4v4 or a 4v5 situation without Vlad joining the team fight. However, once it became a 5v5 team fight, Vlad is very superior in those kind of situations. Therefore, Vlad was able to contribute heavily and just completely dominated the team fight once again. The fluid decision making from KT was exceptional by immediately having Aphelios and Nautilus rotating to the top to cover TF. Let's see who's the player of the game of Game 1. It's Aiming's Aphelios. A deathless game for Aiming. He showed off an exceptional performance in this game. And as soon as an opportunity was presented, he didn't hesitate to acquire as many kills as possible. And this was a reminiscence of Spring Split's KT Rolster. They were able to build up their winning formula by consistently pressuring the opponent, whether using turrets or other objectives as baits. But once again, can't highlight enough that Aiming, when given the opportunity, he delivers his carrying potential, and in this game, his Aphelios was able to do so. Although the votes were split, but that indicates that a lot of players contributed to this victory. So KT up 1-0. Can KT close this out in a clean sheet victory? Or can DRX push this to a grudge match?